I'm so surprised right now. This is madness. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about the most vaccinated place on earth canceling Christmas. Oh, it's too dangerous. The virus is everywhere. We got to cancel Christmas completely. Now, this is Gibraltar. If you don't know where that is, it's like off the coast of Spain. Well, on the southern coast of Spain, you got Rock of Gibraltar, the big rock. That is actually British territory. The rock and that surrounding area belongs to UK, but it's attached to Spain, basically. So there's so much of a case of the virus happening down there, they're canceling Christmas, although they are the most vaccinated place on earth. Now, I was told that the vax prevents transmission, which it doesn't, according to CDC Director Rochelle Walensky. I was told that unless it's just symptoms, I was told that it was pretty much the panacea, the end-all be-all, the cure-all, like Robitussin back in the 80s, but apparently it's not. Apparently, from what I'm seeing right here, now there's an article that I want to read to just kind of expose some of this ridiculousness attached to stuff like this. So this is on RT, and I'll link to this in the box below if you want to read it for yourself. And there's the Rock of Gibraltar right there, world famous, and you see the headline. It says, most vaccinated place on earth cancels Christmas. And we'll get into the actual vaccination rate in a little bit. But you see everybody's masked up. And this big outdoor place. The whole point of going to Gibraltar is because of the rock, right? It's because you want to go to the top and see the view, all this, that, and the third. You want to do that, right? So it's an outdoor place, but everybody has a mask on outdoors. But yet you still have a very high rate of infection. I mean, I don't really understand if at the same time everybody has a vax, what's going on, but I digress. And the article reads, amid a surge in virus cases, Gibraltar has canceled official Christmas events and quote unquote strongly discouraged people from hosting private gatherings for 4 weeks. Gibraltar's entire eligible population is vaxxed. So everybody that can get it has gotten it, yet they are still locking you down. So what's the point of getting the vax? What's the point of doing the mandate if everybody has it? Everybody has a vax. It's the mandate's there, but they're still shutting you down. So what's the point? What's the purpose? I don't really get it. Some are going to say, well, it's to protect you, ABL. It's to protect you, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, that's my choice, right? That's my choice. If I want to put on body armor to go outside and go to the Getty Mart, that's my decision, correct? But if I don't want to do that, that's also my decision. If it's about me, then that's what it is. Now, some of you guys are going to say, well, if you put on body armor, it'll protect someone else. How does that make sense? How does my body armor protect another person? But I'll digress. We continue. The government of Gibraltar recently announced that, quote, official Christmas parties, official receptions, and similar gatherings have been canceled and advised the public to avoid social events and parties for the next 4 weeks. Outdoor spaces are recommended over indoor ones. Touching and hugging is discouraged, and mask wearing is advised. So no high fives, no hugs, no family affection, no husband and wife. Hey, y'all gotta just separate and do it that way on the most vaccinated place on earth. So again, what's the purpose of the mandate? Why go through all this nonsense? Quote, the drastic increase in the numbers of people testing positive for the virus in recent days is a stark reminder that the virus is still very prevalent in our community and that it is a responsibility of all of us take every reasonable precaution to protect ourselves and our loved ones, Health Minister Samantha Sacramento said. Gibraltar, a tiny British overseas territory sharing the land border with Spain, has seen an average of 56 cases per day over the last 7 days, up from fewer than 10 per day in September. Now, why is that happening? Is it because you got a rash of tourists? Is it because this thing ain't working? Is it losing efficacy? Or is the reality that this does not prevent you from catching it Is that reality now coming into full sight? That it previously was happening. That looks like exactly what's happening. The rise in cases described by the government as exponential comes despite Gibraltar having the highest vax rate in the world. Now, check it out. Check this out. More than 118%. So more than 100, more than all. You understand what I'm saying? 118 is more than all. They said more than all. If that makes any sense. More than 118% of Gibraltar's population are fully vaxxed against the virus, with this figure stretching beyond 100% due to doses given to Spaniards who cross the border to work or visit the territory every day. Gibraltar's entire adult population has been fully vaxxed since March, and masks are still required in shops and on public transport. So you got a vax mandate, a mask mandate, and yet you got a crazy outbreak. So maybe these things don't work. Maybe. Now, I would never say YouTube. I would never say that the vax doesn't work or the mask don't work. I would never say that because I'm a good Pfizer employee. I mean, responsible citizen, right? I'm just saying maybe it's not working here. Vax mandate, mask mandate, all that good stuff. But yet you have a quote unquote exponential rise in virus cases. How is that happening? Anyway, Gibraltar is currently doling out booster shots to over 40s, healthcare workers, and other vulnerable groups, quote unquote, and administering vaccines to children aged between 5 and 12. So now you got to get the booster and all the other shots. It's going to be like the flu shot every year. People say, oh, just get vaxxed, protect your grandma. But I saw it coming. I saw that this wouldn't just stop right now. It'd be a continuation. I saw this whole thing happening when they came out with the mask mandate, that it would be a continuation, that it will always be the next thing. Okay, mask mandate, you comply with that. Then vax mandate, you comply with that. Then boosters, you comply with that. Then yearly boosters, pills, and whatever. So before you know it, you have a whole medicine cabinet that you're required to take every day. Similarly well-vaccinated countries have also reported surges in the virus infections recently. In Singapore, where 94% of the eligible population have been inoculated, cases and deaths soared to record highs at the end of October and have since subsided slightly. In Ireland, where 92% of the adult population are vaxxed, cases of the virus and deaths from the virus have roughly doubled since August. So, how well do these things work? I'm just asking. I mean, I'm saying that the data is right there. The data is right there. The source, again, I will link to that article in the box. Someone's going to say, oh, RT, that's Russian propaganda. All right, we'll check it out. They have sources. They have sources in here that link to government websites. The story about Singapore links to the Singaporean Ministry of Health website. So it's not just them making it up. The data is available from the countries themselves. So, I mean, what's the point of the mandate? If you want to get the vax, go for it. I always say that. I don't discourage those from getting it who want to get it. That's your choice. Let's say go out there and do it. But why would anyone support mandates when these things obviously don't work that well according to the data? You have information in front of you, evidence in front of you. Just look at it. But some people, they don't want to see it. You know, just like my man Yuri Bezmenov said, when you have a demoralized person or demoralized people, you can bring them to a place and show them the concentration camp. You can show them the gulag. You can show them evidence, pictures, videotape. It doesn't matter. Just like when I showed that whole Rochelle Walensky CDC clip where she says the vax does not prevent transmission. People, they want to ignore it. Oh, she didn't really mean that. She said it on TV. She said it on CNN live. Wolf Blitzer. This wasn't no Fox News propaganda, quote unquote. She said it herself on TV. People don't believe it because they've been demoralized. They've been brainwashed. And whatever's up there, whatever they've been implanted with, that'll be what they ride with, unfortunately. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How you feel about the most vaxxed place on earth canceling Christmas? Everybody has it. 118% of the population, and they have mandatory masks. Is it working? I'm just trying to figure out, is it working? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys pretty much know where I'm at. I am not an anti-vaxxer. I think if you want it, go get it. That's your choice, your prerogative. What I'm against is the coercion, the mandates, the requirements, the restrictions, the lockdown, the overbearing government. I'm against that. Not against anything else. Really. I'm pro-choice in this sense. Not talking about being able to kill a baby, because the baby does not have a choice in the matter, but that's a different story. I'm talking about you as an adult putting things inside your body, getting, injections, pills, or whatever. If somebody says, hey, ABL, do you want to shoot heroin? No thanks, I'm good. I don't like to do drugs. But then they say, nah, but you got to do it because everybody's doing it and it'll help somebody. Look, check it out. I don't want it. And you shouldn't be able to coerce me or to force me to get that because you think that it's good for me and or for someone else. I'm not responsible for the next person. I'm doing my thing, living my life. If there's a virus going around and somebody catches it, it's not my fault. How are you going to sue me for a disease that's floating around in the air that I can't control? But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.